Welcome to Interro Bites. These are 15-minute videos taken from my long-form live streams. If you want to see the full video or more, subscribe to Dacquisto and check out the playlists on my main page. Thanks for being here. Enjoy.
Jeffrey under perjury charges. I would doubt that, Cliff. I haven't heard that, but perjury very rarely gets charged, and I can't imagine why that would be the case, but let us know where you heard that. That would be a big surprise. And Cliff, if you do have information on that, what do you think his false statement was? I would be really interested in more on that, but I would really be surprised. If he's kind of a star witness in this case, so I can see why he was probably advised not to participate in the Apple show too. Oh, I'm so glad they haven't burst. 20 gallons, lots of pets. Oh, I am so glad you got your water and they didn't burst. Yeah, we don't like rumors. So if you're going to suggest something, it's probably a good idea that you use sources. But if it's invalid, okay. There we go. Jackson Rip Holmes said it. Well, what are his sources then? Oh, and Sandra says that Wendi was mad because Dan had a new love in his life. I'm sure she was not a fan. She seems like she covers some, and we're talking about we're talking about Dan Markel's girlfriend at the time of his death. Had to have been so devastating for her to go through this. I lost my love tragically in a moment in a skiing accident. I will never be the same. And when you have a love that's growing and you are looking for your future together, this is really, never talked about enough about what Amy Adler must have gone through with the loss of her love, Dan Markel. I always mention friends and family and loved ones of Dan Markel because it's not just the family who took a big loss. And I did say this the other day, if all we get is perjury charges, at least let's get that. Jennifer loves Epstein. Yeah, I kind of take certain things with a grain of salt. So I try, like I said at the beginning of the video, not to love or hate or hero or villainize people. People are complex, and yeah. Stephen, did you say the other Epstein? Yes, Stephen Epstein. Okay. All right. Yes, the truth always comes out. Sorry, I didn't want to. I'm sorry I didn't read that out loud. It was on the screen, and I just totally lost my mind right there. Okay. Lizzie Ball says Jeff probably doesn't want. Yeah, the truth will come out about Stephen Epstein and about everybody, really. Hopefully, God willing, the truth will come out. Jeff probably doesn't want to push his luck. That's right. He still may worry about repercussions. That's right. And he said it was chilling in his own words. So that's a good point. He got a good glimpse of not only who she was, but that family. Cliff. Oh, okay. Yeah. We're just not gonna, Jackson Holmes said it. I don't know what his sources are, so that doesn't really mean much to me. And without the sources of whomever you're talking about, there are just women that are like Wendi that always seem to slip by in life. And Downtown Wonder says she doesn't think we'll ever see behind bars. What? Perjury for, I'm not certainly who we're talking about. Are we talking about Jeffrey here? fancy. I'm going through a lot of comments. Sorry about that. Yeah, I've never heard that rumor either. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just saying it. Thank you so much. I'm just saying it because my heart really goes out not only to Ruth, big time for Ruth, but also to Amy. It takes a long time to get over a shock like that. Somebody's healthy, they're young, they're robust, you have your future ahead of you, and what just happened? It's crazy. Thank you, Go Georgia. I'm trying. Can't please everybody, but I'm trying. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, so Helen knew. Who is Rip Holmes? I'm not sure where he gets his information. Yeah, he has a YouTube channel and he posts pretty much daily. And he's talking about Jeffrey LaCasse too. He follows me here. He's been pretty supportive. I'm not sure what he's talking about. That's interesting, Sonny. If it wasn't daylight, I think is what you're saying, Sonny, that he most likely would have they wouldn't have been able to identify the Prius. They might not have gotten all the footage from when they went to the ATM and the other security, the bus and that kind of thing. That's a really interesting point. All right. Okay, let's finish up. We're almost at the end. I think we're just going to get through his first interview.
Typically ask people, is there anything that you didn't disclose that maybe we didn't ask that you think is of note or is important? Because a lot of times you've thought about this just as much as we have. I mean, you got a whole trip to think about and analyze all this stuff.
It's a pretty screwed up family.
But I'm trying to, everybody's probably in the same brainwave. For murder?
Doesn't seem likely to me.
No, but I'm asking your opinion, not.
I can't see the parents being involved. I got the email and I thought of Charlie within a couple moments.
Okay.
Again, just want to say, boom. Okay, couldn't resist.
That's what I thought of.
Charlie personally or Charlie hiring somebody?
Hiring somebody. No way, Charlie. No way.
Can't?
Wouldn't do it.
Couldn't pull the trigger?
I don't know about that. I don't know him that well. I was telling him I used to work juvenile justice a little bit in forensic psychiatry. He gave me the creeps. But I could see him hiring. I could see him. You don't follow the rules, man. I mean, that's how he lives his life. Goes to South America, sees prostitutes. I mean, he does his own thing.
Is he married?
No, he's got 3 girlfriends at all times.
Okay.
Rotates them, and they don't know each other exists, and that's not a crime.
Right.
But the ease with which he did it was no empathy for other people. That's
kind of a deceitful person.
No empathy for other people. Now, it's interesting he's saying that he doesn't think Charlie could do it, but kind of backtracked on that a little bit. But interestingly, because we have learned that Charlie had a lot of guns in his home and he was armed to the tooth and he was ready to go out shooting supposedly, but he didn't. So it's kind of interesting. But again, he only knew so much, right? But he is talking now here about character, all about character.
To start with?
Sure. The whole family, really. I mean, and I just have this, I guess, everything that you didn't ask, and I said it before, I'll just say it one more time. When I looked at that agenda, when I started poking around, when I started looking at my calendar and examining Wendy's behavior and all this kind of stuff, I don't think Wendi would do this. I don't think she's capable. No way. I mean, but there could be people you don't even know about unless you investigate very closely, would be my guess. It's just some weird patterns of behavior when she's in South Florida. I don't know if you know how often she's gone there, but I have it on my calendar. And it is like 30-40% of the time when she's not at work, she's in South Florida.
Where's the kids? Down there with her? Or?
Well, like when Danny has them for a week, she'll take them with them, she'll drive. Okay. But it's like, it was a big problem in our relationship. Like when she's got time off, I want to spend it with her, she's in South Florida. So I don't know.
All right.
When you think of anything else, just give me 1 second. And I even wonder about another guy in town. I mean, there's just been so much deceit that I wouldn't be shocked. I was telling him she has a lot of free time. Teaches 4 hours a week. Other than that, she's on her own schedule.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's enough for today.
Okay, great.
If there's something else comes up, give Corey a call, or
I will.
and we might have to call you back.
Call me back if you need me.
Okay, buddy. Good to meet you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Right, I'll walk you down.
Okay, great.
Okay, so there we have it. The first interview, which is shortly after Dan's murder. There will be 2 more with Jeffrey LaCasse at the Tallahassee Police Department. Whether he spoke to them more than that, we don't know, but we know of these 3, and thankfully they have been available. Thankfully for giving me permission to share these videos to Mentour Lawyer. James, thank you so much. And with that, any final thoughts, anyone? Most of this isn't news. This isn't news. This is not new things here. It's reminders. My feeling is let the words of individuals who spoke to the police speak for themselves so that I can be in a better state personally for when the trials come up. And it's also good to get reminders of some of these things, because even if we saw these interrogation videos once or twice before, we pick up on new things each time as humans. So that's kind of cool. So thank you, everyone, so much for being here. Helen, I think we're referring to something that we probably shouldn't be referring to. So we're just going to let that one go. Yeah. And in addition, it's very true that Jeffrey LaCasse was a victim in this case. As well. He wasn't part of the crime in any way. And that is, you're very welcome, Lady Cymbeline. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, Judy, believe it. We cannot wait till we see our favorite witness again. That's right. All right. Well, with that, everyone, I hope you have a great night. I appreciate your participating in your comments, because I learned so much from you and you're keeping me on my game. And yes, I try very hard to see all sides of things, and I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. And hey, with that, you all have a good night. And I'm going to try to power through all of Jeff's interrogation before the end of the year so I can move on to something else at the beginning of the year. So if you have free time, I'll be here and you can always replay it later. But with that, I will say goodbye for now.